coming up to my favorite spot. A lot of people ask, do you get bored doing the same thing every day? And I can honestly tell you there's never a day that's the same as the day before or the day after. Every day is a new adventure. That's what keeps it exciting for me. And I don't think I can ever get bored in this sport. Watching that hawk up on the inside there, but they're all pretty high. These right here are kind of looking like they're on something. I don't know if there's just like a random sail hanging around here or what. Starting out as a kid, when we would, I'd get up and my dad would, come on, Q, get out of bed, you got to work this morning. And he'd go to my room and I could hear him saying that, but I was already up. I was so fired up to go fishing as a mate at 14 years old that you didn't have to wake me up. And then I would get over to John Dudas Sr.'s house and he'd be sitting at the table like a librarian with his glasses on with a graph paper, drawing out how we're going to fly 2 kites because nobody did it. Working with legendary captains, it was hard not to put everything you had into every single day. All I knew is I had to mess up a couple times and there's another guy waiting to take my spots. One of the first tournaments we fished was the Cocoa Plum Sailfish Tournament and I won that. And I figured at this stage of the game, my lessons that I'd learned working with Captain John Dudas and my father put me in a position to where I felt pretty confident that, every day on a rip, I'd be able to compete with the other guys. Thanks everybody, I love you, Mom. So a lot of people ask, after you win a tournament, was that the best tournament you had, or was that the most exciting finish? How did you do it? And I can honestly say that almost every tournament win, and there's close to 30, has been some instance that happened, some circumstance that triggered the energy just to go towards succeeding at what you're attempting to do. We have a couple tournaments in the last year in 2022 winning the Quest for the Crest series. We had a free jumper on the last day with 5 minutes left and boom, there he is, we catch a triple. When a boat that was tied with us caught one and we needed 2, we end up catching a triple, which gave us a daily, and that gave us the energy to go into it the next day. And we ended up winning that tournament. Every tournament, if I go back, I can look, and it's usually that one thing that we have always said, and I say it every morning before we leave the dock. Let's catch the one that nobody else knows how to. Let's catch that one that they can't catch, they don't see, or they don't have the energy to go after. Fishing on the cutting edge is something I'm proud of, and I'm proud of not only just the boat itself, but all the equipment we have. Being backed by Ray Marine, always having the freshest, newest technology on the boat is something that you just can't do without. Penn Tackle's been with me ever since I started, along with Costa and Hooker Electric and Yamaha outboards stand by us year after year for 20 some odd years. A lot of people will say, you're out there every day and what are you thinking about? If I work on a Saturday, I can assure you that on a Saturday night on my drive home from leaving this boat, I'm thinking about the customers that we have the next day. It's a constant thought process of what you're gonna do to keep our customers on this boat coming back trip after trip after trip. It's a standard that we set, and that's how it goes here on the cutting edge.